Hello, everybody. Hello. I've got a feeling this is going to be one of those wine o'clocks where a few people start to call me a little bit unhinged. I don't know why, just feel that. Good evening, everyone. Nadia will have said earlier today on the Members Live, that she is feeling a little worse for wear. She's asleep. So we thought that, and she knew she'd be asleep after the Members Live. So we thought I would just do the honours tonight. Rhiann, Kemp, April Hill, Julie N. You should join the Zoom event. What Zoom event? Anyone on Instagram or Facebook, add me, says Claire Harmer. Tressie Brown, Jenny Scam, Gerard Le Film, Dawn Claricote, Stella Nixon, Faith Goodman. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I'm sure you don't need it, but sending all of our best for your operation tomorrow. Lior, hello, Nicola Higgins, Claude Egan, Jenny Fay, UK Life of Maisie, April Hill, Chloe Lee, Claire Smiley. We've got something from you, Claire. Tonight. Who's that by? Right, I've got a couple of things I want to do. So the winner of the random What Drinks Was Mark Drinking During a Coffee Moaning Live goes to... Can we have a drum roll, please? Can you do a drum roll with your emojis? Can you do that? Come on. Goes to Annie Brown. Barry Bruh. Barry Bruh. Barry. Oh, look, there you go. Look, there's James McBeer. There's all the drum rolls, and already we've announced the winner. There's a bit of a lag, but there we go. So that's Annie Brown. We've also got a very special Annie Brown. There you are. You've won a card. Send your address to Michelle, my girl. Sunday, Monday was here. Sharona, we've got your envelope too. Hold your horses, because we're going to talk about them tomorrow morning. Annie Brown, you've won. Congratulations. The answer was water, Buxton Water, coffee, can of dark berry tango. Yummity, yummity, yum, yum. So, guys, what's dropping down on the front? Mo Power, say hi to Long Beach, California from me. What's happening on the fruit fry? Come on, guys. What are you doing on the dim dam? The other little message I want to shout out for is Tori Takes. Tori Takes, your little 4-year-old, Marina, is 4 today, and obviously Nadia isn't here now, and she did the Members Live earlier, but she will also sing happy birthday to your lovely little Marina, and she's 4, and your other kids are 7, 5 and 4. Isn't it remarkable where the time goes? Isn't it, Tori? It just goes like that. So, happy birthday to you. Everyone sing, happy birthday to you. For a 4-year-old, happy birthday, dear Marina, happy birthday to you. There you go, Marina. Happy birthday, my darling. And Nadia will sing you a really out of tune one tomorrow. Oh, look. Tiffany Broom, and a big hug to you, Tori. Big hug. Just been to watch Bond. Didn't think I'd like it, as I've never seen a Bond film before, but I was gripped from start to finish. I thought it was fantastic. So, Tiffany, go and check out our review. See you if you agree. I've got a mushroom head today. Mushroom, no room in my mush. That's the thing. I think that's why they're called mushrooms. Have you got enough room in your mush? I haven't. J.S. Collett. Hey there. Whoop whoop, James McBeer. Zeta Rose, been a member for 21 months. My God, I hope it's been rewarding for you. I hope it's been worthwhile. I hope we've delivered on the key tenets of our policies. Claire Smiley saying happy birthday. And everyone send Faith Goodman a big hug. And can everyone send Tori a great big hug with her wonderful family? She's a face and a personality of sheer upward cheer. I think that makes some sense. That's a good question at this point. Mark, do you suffer from tension headaches? I've had one for 2 days. Laurel Nichols, I get them a lot. But if I'm getting them whilst talking to you, I just shake my head. It gets worse, and then I deal with it afterwards. Where's Ellen? Ellen, is Ellen here? Ellen? It's my birthday in May. Says H. Stuart G, I won a card, but I haven't received it as yet. I don't know if you have. I have posted it. It went out last week, Stuart. I remember writing it and thinking, Stuart. That's frustrating because we post like a plonk about that big, and then we begin to wonder whether the postman just looks at them all and just chucks them in there. In fact, I posted it in the post office. So Stuart, if you don't get it by Wednesday, drop your address again to, because what we do is we cross off the addresses and for data we get rid of them. So if you could send your address again to Michelle, if you haven't got it by Wednesday, you should though, you should, unless you have a very odd postal system. Julie Hart, yours went out too. I'm remembering all these went out. This is so frustrating. Who's that? Sazzy, I want a card ages ago, but haven't received mine either. Look, if you haven't received your card yet, please drop your address back to Michelle. Her contact details are beneath this video. We have, I mean, I presume and assume that many things do just go missing. We had a pile. In fact, Nadia held them up, didn't she, the other day? A pile about that thick all went out. So yeah, send them to Michelle Mybell. Post office might be suffering from fuel shortages too. Good point. Good point. Maybe it's less about whether you get post at all, but it might be that you don't get post from this part of the country. Very good point. Chloe Lee, you got your card. Good, good, good. So maybe some people, maybe they'll come. Maybe they'll come. They're all sent first class, and foreign ones, some of the ones to Ireland and elsewhere, are all sent first class too. Richard Grindley, you need a card in your life, do you? Well, you know what? In the members area, you get 5 opportunities every week in the members live. But now and then, we do a little bit of a flirtatious thing here. And the quiz last week was, what drinks was Mark drinking? Let's just do this a minute. Oh. Oh. I got a little bit of fuel. A little bit of fuel? I got a little bit of fuel. Little bit of fuel. Kim Lakidis, thank you very much. I'm just going to take a breath. And I'll be back with you in 1 second. Just take it easy. Can we all just spare a moment and just take a pause and just think about bristles? Thank you very much. Okay, so where were we? Wine o'clock. How are you feeling this Sunday evening, guys? How are you feeling? Our doggy doo-doos aren't very well, so we're having to take them back to the... I see steam coming out, Mark. I can see steam. It's really weird. I did a workout and had a bath before this, and I was lying there. And steam just came off me. Tired, not feeling well, Ellery Jones. Let's have a look. Not too bad, Jenny Scam. Oh, feeling poorly, Grandma Rosie's channel. Je regarde le film, Michel Mabel, sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. Oh, that was really nice. Trina Cotton. Hi, Mark. Nice surprise. Thank you very much. How are you all feeling? Natasha Tiramos. I'm feeling weirdly content this evening, but even that makes me sad because I know it won't last. Natasha Tiramos, you've just summed up something that I get a lot, is that if you feel okay, a terrible tragedy kicks in, that you know that okayness isn't going to last forever. I think therein lies the problem with people who struggle with their ments. I'm well aware that I haven't, as yet, had a conversation with you guys about bipolar, about my meds, and about how things are going, and sort of discussing some of the inherent contradictions, highs and lows of that diagnosis, but we will do. Richard Grindley, full of beans after a 12K run this morning. I have to say, Richard, you look damn fine. You're looking damn fine. If you had a chin like Josh Brolin's, I'd be running after you. Me too. I've just discovered kiwi berries. What the hell are kiwi berries? Sharona, Mark, the lost cards could be your area. I sent 3 things to your PO box that you never got. Mark, I think you need report lost. I think you could be right. I think there's all sorts of strange... I know it's not Tim. Tim, our postman's great. Tim is the most trustworthy man in the world. Jordan O'Sullivan, sending you lots of love back. Oh, nothing like a sort of carbonated drink when there's CTO to make them. CO2 to make them. CTO. Gina G, considering it's 1 o'clock, I really want a holiday, but can't complain because I can't be bothered to deal with COVID things. Has anyone else noticed that COVID just isn't in the news anymore? Really? I mean, it's not really, is it? Not in the way that it was. I mean, it makes sense because it's kind of fading away. But can I ask you guys, do you think it's coming back? Shh, don't tell anyone. Do you think it's coming back? Kim Lakidis, I love it, from bipolar to kiwi berries. That's what it's like in my head all the time. Bouncing around from weird things. What do you think? 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 Have I done the London Marathon, Faith? I've done it 3 times, don't you know? COVID is cancelled. It could be a case of Tim nice but dim, Chelsea girl. It never left Mark. No. Is it coming back? mental. But is it going to get worse? I suppose that's the question. Is it going to get worse? Does anyone else find carbonated drinks make you want to burp? Catherine, Nadia for Daniel on her pencil case and felt tip. That's a really good idea. So she doesn't have a very organised pencil case. It's all over the floor. Ishbel Ality, how are you? It'll be back for winter, you reckon, Stuart? Stuart G, do you? Clodagh Egan, I need some cheering up today, Mark. Some fun stories would be nice. But I'll tell you what, I've been trawling through the files, trawling through the stories, and there isn't an awful lot of positive story out there like there never is. But did anyone watch the marathon today? I have run. Guess how many marathons I've run. Come on. Guess it. Come on, Richard Grindley, you guess. Guess how many marathons I've run. Oh, yeah. 3, not just, yeah, so how many London marathons? Okay, separate question. How many London marathons have I run? I've just said it, haven't I? But how many marathons in totalio? In totalatos? In totalalana? In totalalana? How many have I run? In totality? Mo Power, 9. Katie Dixon Ford, 10. No, I just said 3 London marathons, but how many marathons have I run? April Hill, 4. Melly Mel, you said 3. I know I said 3 London marathons, but I'm saying how many marathons altogether did I run? Claire Smiley says 5. Natasha Tiramos says 8. Thing is, when people say more than you've done, you're only going to be disappointed, aren't you? Claire Smiley is right, as is Kim Lakides. I've done 5. I did 3 London, I did the Edinburgh, and I did an ultra marathon through Jordan, which was 31 miles through desert. And it was really funny because at mile 26, I passed all these Jordanian kids, and they were all playing with their camels, as you do in the desert. And they all kept, in English, saying, jump on, no one will know. That's what they kept saying. Jump on, no one will know. They were going to take me like a mile or 2 on the camels. And I was like, I've got a funny feeling they will know. Yeah, Edinburgh, Claire Smiley, it was great. It's very windy, though. It's very windy. So, yeah, 5. I've done 5. And the Jordan one, I ended up racing a Jordanian soldier from the military. He beat me, sadly, but he hugged me afterwards because he was proud of me. It made me feel good. Dawn Claricos. I've eaten a lot of marathons. Yeah, when I turned up to the starting line, I said, is this the Snicker? I didn't know what I was talking about. Mark, do I think we have a lockdown at Christmas, or do I think we'll have a lockdown at Christmas? I don't think we'll ever have a lockdown ever again. I don't think they can ever use that word, but I think we may have some restrictions. And I'm now going to take an intake of breath. Joe Blogs. It will be. Is that really your name? Can I just ask? Is that really your name? Joe, tell me if that's your name. You get so many funny types around here that aren't really using their real name. I don't know what the giveaway is, but sometimes it's just so obvious. It will be around for 3 or 4 years. It will be down to the government whether we have a choice of freedom. Of course, which governments only bring fake to bring division to stop people being woke. I think I get the gist of what you're saying. There's a lot of words there, but I kind of get the gist of what you're saying, and I think some of it you're correct, and other bits I don't really understand. Amber Grindley, you inspired Richard Grindley, Mark, with your Joe Wixon when you used to run. I inspired that Iron Man that I see on Instagram. I inspired that man who goes so fast on a treadmill that I almost throw the phone across the room. It scares me. Richard Grindley doesn't need 3D camera work. He is 3D. Well, bloody hope he is in real life. Thank you, Amber. That's really good to know. And well done, Richard. Well done, seriously. Kate Dixon Ford, Mark, fellow crisp lover. Do you like pickled onion walkers? Hate them. Hate pickled onion. Hate Monster Munch pickled onion. Sorry, I just had an absence there. Do you ever get that? I had an absence. Who's excited about Christmas? I'm excited about Christmas. I am. Who's seen the Sunday show today? Has it landed? Hang on. I'll be back. Hang on. So excited. I'm getting my hair cut this week. Yeah, I know. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, Simone's coming home. Going to be really nice. Yeah. I think I'm going to go for a bit of a short back and sides, you know. Might get her to trim my armpit hairs at the same time. You watch it before bed? Yes, but not watched it yet, Fiona. It's a cracker. It's a cracker. The only difference with today's show is there isn't any news because Nadia was too hungover to do it. And there wasn't a book because I've been too busy to read one. but all the rest is there. All the rest. Bar humbug, Julian, to Christmas. Sucks when I live alone and my sister goes to her in-laws. I can understand that. And in fact, we do, I think, try to embrace the fact that not for everyone is it a time of great cheer, fun, jollity and hysteria. And I had many years in the past where it was a fucking miserable time. I can tell you that for nothing. Claire Hamer, I've been on tablets for 6 years for mental health, but not working, and my doctor will not do a face-to-face. It's a bloody nightmare, isn't it, out there? It's a bloody nightmare, which is why I promise I'll be doing a bit of a chat, because just knowing that you're not on your own in whatever it is you're feeling can sometimes be part of the equation. And as you know, I've started this course which I'm doing, and you know, it's interesting, it's intriguing to find out and discover how to, in a sense, speak in a different way and in a way that kind of can help facilitate change for people. So you know, it's an eye-opener, because you know, again, that basic tenet of sharing is at the heart of all of it. Sharing, and that's where I think social media can be so good. Wow, Ellen's asked a cracking question, apparently. Where it is, have a look, see if we can find it. I'm scrolling up forever. It's a never-ending scroll. Spicy tomato monster munch was my favourite. It is very random tonight, isn't it? There's a lot of random stuff. Yeah. Claire Hamer, you try. They change. Look, other people here. Look, this is the great thing about here. If everyone just shares in their own experiences, they changed mine. I stopped 4 weeks ago. Can't get appointment till the 15th. So, yeah, I think we'll have a chat. We'll have a natter about that. About, you know, I've had many. I think I've charted it with you many times where the drugs don't work. But not having a face-to-face is difficult. But can you have a virtual meeting with them? I think they're duty bound to have a virtual meeting with you, even if they're overwhelmed. Tina Davis, no need to apologise about being late. Richard, you've made my day, Mark. Bless you. Have a lovely evening. Tressie Brown, me and hubby have been to the house day before the first one tested positive, but as we had both jabs, we don't need to isolate, but had to take proper tests and doing daily tests. Sharona, Mark, 8 weeks and 3 days to Vlogmas. You are joking, Sharona. Hey, Sharona. Happy birthday, Claire LC, it's your birthday. Is it today? Please give me a birthday shout out. Claire LC, birthday shout out. I won't sing birthdays, but anyway, has anyone seen that the Tories are pledging 6-month prison sentences for the eco warriors? What do you think, guys? Is this right or wrong? Say right or wrong. Say right or wrong. Oh, thanks, Lewis Mallard. That means a lot. It genuinely does mean a lot. Wrong. Oh, look. Oh, beautiful heart. Right. Sharon Davies, right? Is that you, the swimmer? Natasha Turmos, how many years? It's only a 16-week course, but then I'm going on to do an MA in it in addiction specialism. What is the charge? Good question. What is the charge? Tories pledge 6-month prison sentences for climate activists. Climate crisis far scarier than punishments threatened by government, says Insulate Britain. So I don't think it's going to stop anything. But Boris Johnson's government is set to crack down on climate change protests by bringing in 6-month prison sentences. They could face unlimited fines as well as up to 6 months in jail. I'm just trying to see what the they don't have it under which order they're going to be. It doesn't say. Maybe it's just sort of what's it called when you upset the peace? What's it called? Disturbing the peace. But yeah, no, the question I really wanted to ask, so what is the vast majority of you, let's have a look. Wrong, a few rights don't make a wrong. A few rights, mostly wrong. I tell you what my feeling on it all is. Look how swiftly they can change the law for something that has a direct impact on the economy, and how slowly they seem to be changing anything when it comes to protecting women. I don't know why. It feels like it's just. I mean, I know they're not a quid quo pro comparative swap. Breach of the peace. Thank you, Kerry Stone. Breach of the peace. But do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, sex offenders get stupid sentences. Well, yeah. You know, it's less about the severity of the crime, and it's less about whether they should be prosecuted or not. It's about the fact, the speed with which, when they want to do something, they can. Me Too, they're playing to the core audience. They're playing to the centre of the gallery, centre of the stalls. Yeah, I mean, and that's what is funny, isn't it? When I see headlines like that, that's what struck me. I thought, God, we're all talking about all these issues and women not feeling safe and all that kind of stuff, and then like that, you can get sick for the M25. And again, I'm not talking about the rights or wrongs of that. I'm not talking about whether that's right or wrong. I mean, my hunch is, in my heart, I think it's wrong because I think they're right that the crisis facing the population is far worse than a bit of disruption on a motorway. If it gets some press and publicity for this incoming apocalyptic Armageddon-like end to all civilization, are we all, when that happens, going to go, shit, maybe we should have listened to the protesters on the M25? I don't know. It's just a funny, when you look at these contrasts, sometimes they really are quite stark, aren't they? So that was the first thought I saw. I saw Tories pledge 6 months. It would be nice to have seen the Tories pledge, life imprisonment for any rapist. Don't know why. Because rape is like a living death sentence for a lot of women. Well, for all women. And men, and some men. Discuss. Now, there was an interesting thing on the radio today whilst I was editing or finishing up the Sunday show. And it was an interesting thing. I'll tell you what is interesting, because there's been a lot of blame, hasn't there, around the fuel crisis, HGV drivers. I've been very angry with the government. I'm very, very angry with, why aren't they doing more? But then, is there an argument that the government shouldn't solve everything? Or is that just because the government are now saying, we're not the government of controlling everything, we shouldn't be holding everyone's hands, we shouldn't be wiping everyone's bums, all these shortages are down to the industries involved and they need to sort their shit out for themselves. Can I ask you, is that the government washing their hands of any responsibility and passing the buck, or are they right? There you go, discuss, whilst I tie my hat back up. It's really distressing me and it's making the top of my head really hot. Sarah Downs, that's interesting. What's the point of having a government then? Interesting. Definitely washing one hands, passing the buck, Clodagh Egan. Passing the buck, Rachel Baldock. Tim Reed passing the buck. Yeah, I mean, they all do it. Right, okay, you're all very much... So, I mean, it does feel like they're sort of saying, here's a crime. It feels a little bit like another variant. Now they're blaming industry, okay? And, we're not all fans of industry because, of course, they're interested in profits and all that kind of stuff. But is it just another form of the government pointing the finger at everyone but themselves? Yeah, me too. The Tories are all about less government, small state. I mean, that's what they're saying. And if you stay close to what conservative ideology is, then market forces will dictate everything. I just don't think market forces can dictate anything in this country now we've removed cheap labour. Emma Carter, in inimitable style, the government are total tossers. And just to impact that, thanks, Emma, tossers! Hope you're well, Emma. Passing the buck as always, says April. Deflection, says Mo Power. Self-serving Helen Flynn, just passing the blame on Amy May. It's all turning to shit, Mark, says Kate Dixon Ford. I don't know why they held your one back. Maybe it's the shit word. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, because basically at the moment, what's the story here? Never mind the fuel crisis. What we've got, let me just pull up the story, is... Never mind the fuel crisis, we've got a care homes crisis, we've got a hotels crisis, and we've got a farm crisis. Catherine Hamblin, there's a danger in infantilising people, so they look for authority to always intervene. Well, that's why I kind of asked the question, Catherine, because I think there is a point at which you need to sort of say, well, we can't hold your hand through everything. And I think that's why people get very cross when the government says you just can't smoke at all, or you mustn't drink. People want their rights, don't they? But I do think at a time like now, when you can see or sense that government policy and elements of Brexit have been incorrect, it seems strange that suddenly everyone's saying it's everyone else's fault at the very point that Brexit seems to be squeezing or pinch pointing us. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, so there's a crisis in farming. There's a crisis in HGV drivers, as we know. There's a crisis in hotels, hoteliering. Hospitality is struggling. So they're all struggling to get cheap labour, essentially. So What was that phrase, that comment? It's only me. The government should have seen this coming in Brexit planning at the very least. They should have been speaking with the sectors about upskilling UK nationals, tying it to the non-existent levelling up agenda. Entirely agree. You can, on the one hand, point the finger, but on the other, you need to have steered and guided. And I do feel, as we've all said many times, that this government reacts rather than predicts. Hi, Sally O'Sullivan. How are you? So farming, agriculture relies on migrant workers. I think, does anyone think we're going to be in a curious situation where we let everyone that we're told to go come back? What do you think, guys? Are we going to invite everyone we told to go away to come back? Yes or no? It'd be ironic if they do, if that does happen. Just trying to find this other story. A mist for you. Where's that? Never mind. Oh, that's annoying. There was a really good story about health, small signs, which airlines more for you. Oh, God, it's so frustrating when that happens. It just disappears. What's going on in hotels at the moment? They just can't fill all the jobs. All our grandchildren study about the last 5 years in the UK and their history lessons. How awful has it been? Totally agree. Creatorholic, who would come back after the way we treated them anyway? I know, right? Isn't it just terrible? I mean, so, you know, and then, I mean, okay, they're extending it beyond Christmas Eve, but, you know, flipping heck. Come on, guys. Did anyone hear about the story of a van couple who narrowly escaped a 22-foot fall? Their van just teetered over the edge of a quay. A couple had a lucky escape when their van rolled forward while they were in the back, and it perched on a 22-foot, 7-metre ledge on the promenade at Westwood Ho. So that would have been like at Muddyford Quay, the car just going over the front of the quay, though there's a fence there, and just tipping over. It looks really frightening. I mean, there's a photo at the top, but it's too small for me to show you. Yeah. That's absolutely terrifying. Scary. Oh my God, balancing. Oh my God, how scary. Does anyone have vertigo? I have terrible vertigo as I get older. I get vertigo. Is it called reversed vertigo when you look up at a tall building and then you nearly fall over? Is it? Yeah, Tim, I've found it very, very fascinating, your podcast, Tim Reed. As I say, I'm halfway through it and I'm wanting to give it the attention it deserves. Very brave, very honest, very difficult for you to have shared like that. So, you know, well done, well done. And as I say, I'll finish it and I'll feed back to you at the end. Anyway, there was a story somewhere about the fact that all the, you know how Fitbits tell you need to have 10,000 steps, you need to exercise for half an hour, all that kind of malarkey. Apparently a load of it isn't true, and some of it's true, but a lot of it isn't. But I can't find the story, and that's really frustrating. So there you go. I'm going to just have to drop that story, I'm afraid. Wow, 8 dead in Milan after plane crashes into empty office buildings. So what are you going to do tonight, guys? What are you going to watch? Why isn't there a bloody good TV series on? What are you going to watch tonight? MeTube, you have a pic of you sitting on the edge of a 650-metre sheer cliff. Oh, it's making me feel a bit dizzy just thinking about it. I can't get my head around that. That's just awful. Watching Made. Oh, Made. Okay, on Friday, Lidl were selling hampers of fruit and veg that they couldn't sell as fresh, was selling for £1.50. I'm in bed already, Dawn Claricoats. Fiona Cromack, your show. Oh, brilliant. Strictly On. I thought that was a Saturday thing. 9 Perfect Strangers, Natasha Tiramos, No Name Sunday Show. Midsummer Murders. Oh, look at you. No Name Sunday Show. Watching Made, MeTube. Yeah, I hate going over those glass floors in high buildings. Faith Goodman, so do I. Squid Games. Yeah, we watched episode 2 today. We're definitely going to review that, Nicola Higgins. Midnight Mass, Netflix. Is that cartoon, which is a bit kind of like trippy? Rachel Baldock. I think that's the one Maddie and Kiki got me to watch one, which was about... they've taken the audio from a podcast and they've animated it. Is that right? Am I right in thinking that? Have I got the right animation? Is that right? Catching up on vlogs. Hubby's backpacked up to do, and I have a bath, so I won't be watching anything else tonight. Tressie Brown. Natasha Milton, something on your channel or another Fitbit Charge 5 review. Has Nanny died? She's really good. She was great, wasn't she? If you've seen the No Time to Die James Bond review, she's flipping tip-top. She's great, great. I love chatting with her. She's a good friend as well as a mother. Good friend. And just quickly, about La Palma, the volcano. This is odd, isn't it? It makes you... The thing about this volcano, it reminds you how landmass and countries are made, doesn't it? Because apparently the island of La Palma, it has got bigger by something like, I don't know, 52 hectares or something like that. And so, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to go rushing in and building houses on it because it's still kind of hot lava. But yeah, it's basically the size of the island is expanding, and it's just a timely reminder that once upon a time the earth was littered with these things. So on the one hand we've got volcanoes bursting. I think another one has erupted, hasn't it, in Hawaii maybe, or in the, I don't know if it's the Pacific Ocean or in the West Indies. There's a lot of action. I don't know if the centre of the earth is getting as hot as the outside of the earth. Bloody hope not. But yeah, so, and also apparently the thawing, here's an interesting story. Thawing of the Siberian permafrost is leading to a gold rush in woolly mammoth parts. Can you believe it? So rather than being worried that the ice pack at the top of our planet is melting and it means inevitable doom and gloom, people are digging and finding bits of woolly mammoths, and they're selling them. Final question: if they could recreate woolly mammoths with DNA, would you want them to? Would you want them to would you go to a woolly mammoth theme park? What was that? What do you reckon? Yeah, they're so cute, Jenny Cat Scam. Nope, Charaloo. Okay, Kelly Stock, no. Alison Fisher. Okay, guys, well, I think dinner's ready. Now, you may have noticed I've been drinking various drinks throughout this live. If after this has gone live, after this has gone up, after this is finished, under the comments, if you post the drinks that I've drunk during this live, I will randomly choose, like Annie Brown, someone to win a card. This is the last time I'm going to do it. I just felt indulgent this weekend. Okay? So, guys, look, have a really nice evening. Be gentle with yourselves, pop your feet up, nuzzle. If you're on your own or lonely, know that you've got all of us here just to distract, entertain and be stupid with. You'll get virtual online hugs from everyone. Ashley Gardner can probably tell that I'm struggling not to belch because I've drunk so many carbonated drinks. It's quite painful. Hang on. Oh, God, that's better. So have a lovely evening. If you watch the No Name Sunday show, I hope you enjoy it. And Lisa is so hysterical in it. And we'll see you in the morning. All right.